This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, let's get started with this webinar. Okay, friends, thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for joining. I'm really obliged that you took out your precious time to join this particular webinar with us. So we are i3 Flux Business Solutions, and we try to conduct webinar on technical topics almost every week. So let's get started with this week's webinar. Participants, if in case you have anything to ask, you can definitely text me in the GoToMeeting app in the chat bot, and we will definitely reply to your query immediately. Okay, so topic for today's webinar is data analysis and business intelligence with MS Excel, Power BI, and TABLEAU. Okay, so before we get started, right, I would just like to mention that we also conduct a certificate program in data analysis using Excel and business intelligence using Power BI and TABLEAU. So you can join this course of ours, and it's a 30 hours program, and we charge only 1200 rupees for this entire program. It's a limited period offer, and what you get to learn in this course is Excel and advanced Excel. You'll be learning Power Query. So advanced Excel and Power Query, you'll be learning in depth. You'll be learning the data analysis part, and then for BI part, that is business intelligence part, you'll be learning Power BI and TABLEAU. So what we are going to see today, let's see. So in this webinar, we are going to see the importance of data analysis and BI. We'll also see the dashboard of Power BI and TABLEAU and their usage. So we'll go with a live example, right? We'll go with an example which makes you clear that exactly how the Power BI dashboard looks, right? And with that, you will be able to understand how the BI is used to create a dashboard and how it is relevant. We'll also see the usage of Power Query. Then we'll have a look at the session flowchart. Once you learn, or once you have the understanding about the data analysis and BI part, once you have the understanding exactly what Power BI and TABLEAU is, right? So after that, we will also see how you can master these skill sets, and then we'll be opening the Q&A session. So this is the agenda for this particular webinar. Okay, so let's see exactly what is the importance of data analysis and business intelligence. Okay, so data is increasing at a very rapid speed, and so is growing the information. So whether you are the data analyst or you are a normal user of smartphones or computer or anything else, any device that you use, basically what you're doing, that you are participating in this new information era. This is the era of information. This is era of data, right? So there are huge data that is getting generated or gets generated every day, right? So the kind of data that is being generated, right? So data analysis becomes a very important or key aspect of whether you are an employer or you are a student or you are looking for a job or you are already a working professional, right? Some point of time in your career, today or tomorrow, you are going to see or you're going to learn about data analysis and BI. Okay, and data analysis is changing the world, right? So data analysis, I mean, there was always information, but previously the decisions were taken on the basis of gut feelings. That's how the business used to work, right? Or at max there was a market research that used to be conducted. Based on that, some analysis was done, and that's how the results was generated and decisions were taken. But now no more, right? Since we have got huge data, right, there's a lot of inflow of data. So there's a lot of analysis of the data that happens, right? And basically it's changing whether you are the one who contributes to the data, or whether you are a company or you are data analyst, right? So data analysis is changing the world, is changing the way the decisions are being taken. If I quote you the real-time example, if you see this COVID-19 situation, right? So the share market crashed basically because the FIIs, that is foreign institutional investors, they actually took away their money, or they deinvested from the secondary market. So that's basically because they conduct a lot of analysis. They can predict the future, right? And this is what the data analysts do. They do something called predictive analysis. So BI enables operational efficiency and enables personalized service. So now let's talk about a little bit about business intelligence. So when we talk about business intelligence, basically what we are talking about, that what analysis we have done, how do we present the entire analysis maybe into a single screen, maybe it is in the form of a table or a chart or a graph, right? So how it should be looking very efficiently for the client, or for the top management, for the employer, or for anybody else, for maybe for the general public, right? So maybe how it should be displayed, right? So this is all being empowered by business intelligence tools like Power BI and Tableau. Okay, so this is the power of BI tools. Okay, so it enables your operational efficiency, and it enables your personalized service, right? So this is more of an interactive dashboard that is created by BI tools, and it also works on the live data, right? So the whatever is the requirement of the client, or whatever is the requirement of the top management, that can be personalized and presented in a single screen for the analysis and for the decision making process. Now the biggest thing that will actually encourage us to attend this webinar, when I say, is that data analysis and BI is the biggest job opportunity right now. Okay, so the way the market, or the way the entire business scenario is changing, right? So DA and BI is going to be the biggest job opportunity for skilled laborers. Okay, so I can also say that people who would not be participating and learning DA and BI, that is data analysis and business intelligence, right? I would be a bit sorry to say, but it's also a job threat for them. I mean, if you are existingly employed and you are not learning DA and BI, so your growth opportunity in your company might be a hindrance if you are not enabling yourself with the NBI tools, right? In case you are a student, you want a good job, right? If you're not learning DNBI, the job opportunity for you will be pretty less, right? So basically, if you see positively, there's a huge opportunity once you learn these tools, right? And if you miss the train, if you are not learning these skills, right, uh, this same opportunity can become a threat for you. So next thing, that and the final thing that forms the part of the importance of data analysis and BI, is the value business change. See, there was always a data available in the business, but the businessmen, or the people, never had the idea of how to utilize their data in a better way. But since there is data analysis in picture, so the business houses have actually figured out that they're sitting on the gold mine of data. but all datas are not relevant. They have to be converted into a relevant data. It has to be extracted in a form which makes more sense to take decision, right? So this can all happen only through value business change. I mean, this increases your value business change once you get into data analysis. So that was the overall relevance of why data analysis and BI should be learned, or why it should be known. I'm pretty sure most of you are already aware that yes, I mean, in today's world, the data is like next big thing is the data part. And I mean, 1 year back, 2 year back, people had this question that is it something new, or is it something to be learned, or skill to be learned? But now there's no doubt in anyone's mind that yes, data analysis is something which should be learned by everyone, and this will help you to grow in market, because there are going to be a lot of opportunities, right? Almost 20% growth in job opportunities every year is what India is going to see with the form of data analysis and BI. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the dashboard of Power BI and Tableau and their usage. So let's say, for example purpose, I have taken a data. This data is, let's say, from a hypothetical company called Bharat Mobile. And what does Bharat Mobile does? It produces mobile phones, and then it has got salesmen, which you can see in the data, right, as an employees, right? You can see them as employees. So these are the people who will be selling these mobile phones across different states, right? And then there is a different dates in 2015 where these employees have sold this many mobile phones in these various states. Okay, and let's say the similar data I have got for 2016 as well as 2017. Now let's say if the management wants to understand which state has sold how many mobile phones, right? For that, they need, they, if they rely on this particular unstructured data, or data which has got a lot of information, but I mean there's no BI tool involved into it, right? If I just dump this data to my management, right, my management won't be in a position to take a better decision. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to use these BI tools and convert this data into more interactive dashboard. Okay, so let's see through this video how we are going to convert it using Power BI. Okay, we'll try to show it to you live on the Power BI desktop, how after the conversion of this particular data into the interactive dashboard, how it looks like. right? So we are trying to open this Power BI desktop for you. Okay, so it's taking a bit of time for me to open the Power BI. All right, so just to show you, this is the how the actual data has been extracted from. Uh, so this is how. So this is how the actual data has been extracted, and let's see how does it. Let's see how does it look when we take it to the interactive dashboard, which is created by Microsoft Power BI. Okay, yes. So if you now, if you can pay attention, we can create, right, almost this three kind of charts and graphs, right? So this is my donut chart, right? This is my graph, and this is my map, right? So this I'll explain you, right? For example, why I'm saying it's an interactive dashboard, right? Let's say I want to focus on Tamil Nadu. So I can go ahead and click Tamil Nadu, right? Which is here, right? So if I click on Tamil Nadu, you will see that the Tamil Nadu gets highlighted. Okay, and if you see even in the other two graphs, right, so here the Tamil Nadu is getting highlighted, right, other becomes a bit dull in color, right, the other states become dull in color, right? So this is very pleasant way to show it to your management or show it to your client, right? If he wants to focus on a particular state, if he wants to have a comparative assessment, like which state has done best. So you can see clearly from these graph that yes, Tamil Nadu has done the best, since 17.29 percentage is the highest sales that has been recorded. If I check the labels, it's 2572 mobiles that has been sold in Tamil Nadu, followed by AP, that is Andhra Pradesh, right? So now if I change it to Andhra Pradesh, right, you can see that here Andhra Pradesh is getting highlighted, and even in my map you can see that Andhra Pradesh is getting highlighted, right? So I can make it visual. I mean, the visualization becomes very pleasant, becomes very easy for everyone to understand, right? And this cannot happen, or this will be very difficult to be created in Excel or any other software. But when it comes to BI tools like Tableau, like Power BI from Microsoft, right? This becomes very easy. This becomes very relevant, and this is like one of the best techniques or best tools that is available, right? And is used by almost most of the Indian companies are using Tableau BI. Most of the most of the Indian companies are using Power BI, and most of the international companies they use Tableau. So learning these tools will fetch you an awesome job opportunity. If you are already employed, there are huge chances for you to grow in your existing company, or if you want to make a switch to another company, this will give you a good opportunity as well. Okay, so this is like a bit of example for just for everyone to see that how the Power BI looks like, and how you can convert this data into this data, right? So this is the power of data visualization BI tools. That's why it's called business intelligence, because not only these tools are very interactive, you can also make these tools live ones, right? So why say live ones? Because if you notice, today's transaction, almost everything happens online. I mean, whether you are purchasing anything, right, or you are doing some banking transactions or anything, the data is immediately feeded into the database, and almost sorry, yeah. So the database is feeded, I mean, all automatically feeded or immediately feeded, right? And the database gets updated. Once the database gets updated, this particular data visualization is always connected to that database. Every 1 hour you can put a refresh, and as the transactions are happening right on the ground, right, the management, the client can see it live on sitting in their office. They can see it on their desktop, exactly what transactions are happening. So this is the power the business intelligence tools brings on the table, and learning this skill will definitely earn you a great result when it comes to like getting good opportunity with regards to job and all. Okay, so I hope everybody has understood this. So let's move to the next topic. Okay, so next topic is ETL.
Hello, everyone. Uh, by showing this seminar, this webinar, we are also trying to give you a real feel of how the actual class experience you will have when you attend this program. So this is not a recorded session. Normally, it's a live session where you can interact with your trainers, and on live you can ask your any queries you have. I just want to know that do you all saw how easy it looked that an data from a fictional company, Bharat Mobile, which was in this format. It's called CSV, comma separated values, or maybe in even in Excel. Suppose the data may be in Excel. You're seeing here the company has kept all the records of their employees. They have almost 10 employees. I can see Ravi, Ayer, Sandy, Shyam, John, and these people are selling mobiles in different states of India. And on each day, they have submitted their reports to the organization that on, suppose Ravi is saying that on 28th Feb 2015, he had sold 60 mobiles in Rajasthan state. Similarly, Ayer has said that he sold 40 mobiles in Andhra Pradesh on 18th December. So these are for 2015. These are for one financial year or one year. The sales record. Now, the company has such records for 2016 also, for 2017 also, and they are having a good amount of data, but it is not any information. It does not provide any insight that which part of the Indian state is doing good, which part of the Indian state is not doing good, which employee is doing excellent job, which employee needs to be backed up, or which employees needs to get rewarded for his excellent work. What are the months of a year where the mobiles selling is good? What are the areas or mobiles which need to be taken care of? Promotional details has to be done so that we can push the sales revenue. I can see, as you can see, the Tamil Nadu is leading the 3 financial year data that I have incorporated here. I have incorporated 3 years data, 2015, 16, and 17, and I have summarized the report here for you. So Tamil Nadu is leading the sales, followed by Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, and the employees. If you see, the employees data is also similarly, you can say that the major chunk of records is being made by Shyam. He has sold 2241 mobiles. That's almost 15.06% of the total sales. Then it's followed by Ravi, and then it's Ayer, and then it's Rahim. So here you can see the various datas, the various cuts of data, which gives you the information and the analysis of a business intelligence, so you can use it to make your business grow. But the end user only sees the final interface. He doesn't have the uh, on hand experience of how this unstructured data was converted to such a relevant information. For that, we normally use the process by using the Power Query. It's called ETL: extract, transform, and load. So if you want to understand what is this extract and what is this transform and load, just understand, suppose you're getting data in different kind of languages. Okay, so you're getting data, one is written in Hindi, other is written in Telugu, or it's in Tamil, and all data is being collected at your end. And now you have to make those data relevant, useful. So what is the purpose of ETL, what is the power of use of Power Query? You need to import data from multiple resources. Extract, E. You need to import. How do you import? Just I'll open an interface for you. This is our application. It's a free application provided by Microsoft. It's called Microsoft Power Business Intelligence, or in short, BPI. Microsoft MBI. Now, if you go to get data, you'll see the BI is providing many options to import data from different kind of database. The way similarly you are getting data in different languages, and now you have to convert in one particular kind of language. Suppose we need to convert them in English so that it become relevant, and arrange these data so that we can find out what the actual data is. As you can see here, uh, we can import data. As you can see here, you can import data from different kind of files. Okay. I encourage you all, while I am explaining these things, if anyone has any queries, you can unmute yourself and ask me. Okay. Hello. So you can see here,
Uh, can you please explain a little bit insight about it? Like,
are you getting my voice?
can you able to hear me out?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you please explain a little bit insight about it?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So normally these datas are prepared and stored by the various organizations in different softwares. They may store it in notebooks, they may store it in Excel, they may store it in SQL database. Those are the database. Normally if a company is running some kind of ERP, they may store suppose there is a Dynamics 365 business, this is an ERP. Dynamics nav, this is an ERP. So people can store their data, their business data in different kind of database. Now we need to extract these data so that it can become meaningful. So Microsoft Power BI provides a different level of you can extract from files, from database, from Power Platform, from online services also you can extract data. Post extracting these data from the relevant sources without disturbing the actual database, we have done the E, then it's transform. You need to clean and transform the data. For example, I'll take very simple example. Many times we see that data is written in US forms, US data form, where the month is first, then is date, then is year. While in India, we write date first, then month, then year. So we need to clean this data. Suppose a Rajasthan person may send his data in the US date format, while in Andhra Pradesh, that they may be using the Indian format where the day is first and then the month and then the year. If you import those two data, it will become a mess. So we need to clean the data before using it for analysis. So we have done extract, then when we have done transform, and then it's loading the data. Okay, so while loading you need to create data components for star schema data models, which is the schema used mostly by Power BI and Tableau. The beauty of Power Query is that the same work which you do in Excel, they will be requiring complicated Excel formulas, while the same thing in a very easy manner can be done with Power Query. It's provide a whole lot of different level of efficiency and easiness by using the Power Query, which you will learn in the course. I just mentioned that star schema model is used in the Power BI and Tableau. So just to give a fair example of what is this kind of models, uh, star schema models are normally where there is one table which we called fact table, and then there are other tables which are called dimension tables. The difference between these two are the fact tables normally contain the data on which you have to work out. Okay, so for example, there is a product key, and then there is the order numbers of sales and the quantity ordered per product. Okay, then the subtotal of the product. While the product key is just the key which is defining the different products, the dimension table of the product may contain the product key, the product ID, the name, the color, the standard cost. So this table doesn't have any kind of values. This is called dimension table. While the fact table contains the values on which we need to analyze. So normally dimension tables are called lookup tables. If you are aware with VLOOKUP, you go and look up on another set of tables. So same thing is done here with a dimension table. So dimension tables have a standard key, and the fact tables have those links. Normally we work with one-to-many relationship, so we'll understand this when you go through this. Then there are all the other schemes also. Normally whenever we find data, we, or most of the times, we get snowflake schema. We don't get star schema, but we have to convert the snowflake schema to star schema to make the data relevant and better for analysis. So snowflake schema is there is a dimension table, but there is a sub dimension table for the.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can you just
Go ahead.
tell about fact table once more?
Sure. So this fact table or the measure, it contains the values. For example, how many sales quantity was that? What was the amount? Okay. So for example, we come to our earlier example of mobile. Okay. So fact table may contain the number of mobiles sold. It may contain the model numbers, while the dimension table will contain the details about the mobile, or the employees dimension table will contain the details of the employees. So the employees code, employees name, their designation, their salary schemes, or whatever. So those are dimension tables, and fact tables contains the measurable values to measure, to find and analyze. Okay, on the snowflake schema, the dimension tables may contain. Are you okay with that explanation?
Yes,
Fact?
yes, thank you.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
So dimension table may contain a sub-dimension. Means suppose there is a dimension table for employee ID and employee name. There may be another sub-dimension table which may contain his HR details, his DAs, his salaries, other details, his leave applications, his leave details. So they may contain more sub-dimension tables. Normally, snowflake schema is not uh, encouraged, and we always try to get the snowflake schema as a star schema. Okay, so these are the details that you will be learning in your sessions.
Okay, everyone. So now we are going towards the end of the session, right? So we understood overall what is Power BI. I mean, what is the data visualization BI tools? We also understood what is Power Query and exactly what we will be doing in Power Query. Okay, so I hope everyone understood, or at least understood a part of it, a portion of it, because in the small duration it is very difficult to explain you. This is a little bit vast topic, but not tough at all. It can be easily grasped by everyone, right? So once you learn these topics, I'm telling you, right, it will make a lot of sense to all of you, right? Because right now we are trying to put this information a bit more right in this webinar, but once you join the program, you will find it very easy because we'll have sufficient time to cover these topics in detail. Okay, so let's say if you join the course, what will be the session flow chart, what you will be getting out of this particular session, I mean how the sessions will be. So once you take the admission, the session schedule will be shared beforehand. Even before the session starts, session schedule will be in your hand. Okay, and one day prior to scheduled session, the following things will be sharing. We'll be sharing you with the link for the session. We'll be sharing you the data files. Okay, so whatever data we are going to work during the session, we will be sharing that data files to you with you beforehand, right? So that you can see in, I mean, you can have a look into it, you can open it while we are having the session, and you can practice these data along with us. Post completion of each session, following things will be shared. Will be converting the entire session into a PDF format, and will be sharing the session notes with you. Whatever work in progress or finished data set that we have done in the session, that will also be shared with you on your Google Drive, so that you can know exactly what you have done for the day. And later on, if you want to practice, you can go ahead and practice what you have done. Okay, we will also try to, I'm not promising at this point of time, but we'll also try to record all the sessions that we are having with you, and we will share those sessions with you on your Google Drive. Also, we'll get weekly extra session for doubt clearing, assignments, and case studies. So 2 hours every week, apart from these 30 hours, 2 hours every week will be for your doubt clearing, for your assignments and case studies. Okay, so this is how the session plan looks at this point of time. And again, to remind you, this is a 30 hours program. You can join by paying just 1,200 rupees, right? And it's a limited period offer. And what you get is a certificate program. That's a certificate you'll be earning after the completion of this 30 hours program, right? So this is like certificate program in data analysis using Excel, and business intelligence using Power BI and TABLEAU, which is going to make a lot of sense when you'll be going for your job hunt, or when you'll be trying to grow in your existing job. So Excel, Advanced Excel, Power Query, Power BI, and TABLEAU are the tools that you are going to learn. Okay, so we'll also have an extra session for interview preparation for all the candidates. Okay, so learn and earn with us, right? This is the scheme that we have. Okay, so once again, I will be repeating. Somebody's asking us to repeat, so please, we'll go ahead and repeat. So there will be an extra interview preparation sessions, right? So you have learned everything, but ultimately, why you are learning this? Because you want a good job, you want a relevant job, right? So you need to crack the interview. For that, you need to practice what are the questions that can be asked in those interviews. So we will be having some extra interview preparation sessions. These are apart from your doubt clearing sessions of 2 hours every week, 30 hours program. This is apart from that, we will have the interview preparation sessions for all of you. And this all comes into the sum of 1,200 rupees only. Okay, you can also learn and earn with us. You can refer your friends, your family members, your classmates, colleagues, anyone you know, and you think this course will make sense for them, right? So if you refer them, you will be getting 200 cash back, uh, I mean, in your account. And also the referred person will get 200 rupees of discount. So instead of paying 200 rupees, all he has 1,200 rupees, all he has to pay is 1,000 rupees, because since you have referred, he is going to get 200 rupees of discount, and you are going to get 200 rupees of cash back. Okay, one more opportunity we have for all of you who have taken out your valuable time and you have joined us here right now. So this is the Google form link. I will be putting it on my WhatsApp status after the completion of this session, right? If you are So we have the idea of whoever has attended this particular webinar, or the people who have already signed up with us using the Google form, right? They will be getting an additional discount of 300 rupees. For them, the net course fee is 1200 rupees minus 300, it's 900. For everyone else, it will be 1200. For you, it will be 300 rupees only, but you have to sign up as quickly as possible, right? So I'll be sharing this Google form link with all of you, and in my WhatsApp status. In case you don't have my WhatsApp number, it's 7093654483, right? So you can just save my number so that you can see my status, and you can see this Google form, and you can log in there, enter your details, and you get a discount of 300 rupees. Okay, so we are open for queries and questions. I'm sure most of you would be having some doubt, some query, some questions in your mind, right? I'm going and opening it as unmute to all of you, right? Please feel free to ask whatever doubt you have in your mind. Okay, so we are going to unmute. Or you can also press unmute button from your end, right? And you can ask any question that you have in your mind right now. In case you are not able to unmute yourself, right, what you can do is you can also go ahead and you can text us. Okay, text us also, we will be replying you on the chat definitely. Okay, so anyone having any doubt, right, regarding this program, regarding whatever we have learned in this webinar? You have seen the Power BI, right? Okay, so when does the class starts? Okay, so the class starts coming Sunday. We will be having the next batch, right? And next Sunday, right, we will be having the batch started. So if you enroll yourself now, you will be having your session started by Sunday. Okay, by coming Sunday, your session starts. Okay. Anybody else? Okay, so this is the overall about the thing. You have my, yes, please go ahead. Somebody wants to ask something.
What is the timing for the section?
Timing would be evening 7 o'clock, the same time, because this is the relevant time. That means everybody's right relaxed back from their office work also, since it's a COVID-19 quarantine time. Still people can have work from home option, so everybody will finish their work by 7 o'clock, and then there's a study time between 7 to 9, 2-hour session every day. So 7 to 9 will be the timing. Okay, I hope that suits everyone here. Okay, yes, somebody else is trying to ask a question. Please go ahead. Yes, somehow I'm not able to hear. Can you? Okay, so the question is whether the classes will be in English or Hindi. So see, the people that we have here will be joining from Pan India, even from southern part of the country, right? So it will be in English, okay? And but yes, doubt clearing session and all, right? If somebody wants to ask question in Hindi, we'll definitely try to solve. I guess I do not understand the other regional language, so I might not be able to explain you in other languages, but definitely I'll try to explain Hindi, but session will be completely in English. Yeah, somebody's trying to ask something. Please go ahead. I'm sorry. Okay, so no problem. You have my WhatsApp number 709365448 I'm putting here in chat also, right? So the number is 709365448 You can text me on this number. Yeah, please. I guess you're not audible. So can you just please input your question here on chat box? Okay, so here is the Google Form link. Okay, it was a great session, very informative. Looking forward to join. Yes, thank you so much. That's really encouraging words, right? So, yeah, thank you so much for uh, appreciation, right? And yes, we'll be sharing the Google Form link with all of you, right? On my WhatsApp number. I've shared my WhatsApp number, right? So all of you can. Right, so here is my WhatsApp number. Here is my Facebook link as well, right? And here is website and my our email address. So you can reach us to us on this WhatsApp number. You can reach us on this Facebook. You can just join us there as a friend. You can message us. You can go to our website. There, all the contact information will be available. You can contact us through our website information as well. So the best way to communicate to us, to reach out to us, is through our WhatsApp number. You can give us a voice. You can give us a WhatsApp. That's a 709365448 Okay, and once again, thank you all of you for joining this session and taking out your time. I really appreciate, right? And I understand that this session could have been a bit better. We'll always look for your feedback, and we'll conduct this webinar every week, right? So we expect all of you to join this webinar and definitely enroll for this program. Thank you so much, everyone.